Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 9:45 p.m. Yeah, I got a little bit of a late start today, but it is what it is. Am I gonna stream? I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. It's probably, but if I am, I'm probably gonna have to say, hey, some idiot started Monster Train late. So, cringe. I'm doing fine though. I wasn't feeling it this afternoon when I woke up. Normally I just wake up and record Monster Train, but I didn't have my coffee. I didn't have any coffee, and there was none left. So first of all, don't talk to me unless I've had my coffee. Do not. I'm serious here. Do not speak to me unless I've had my coffee. And second of all, it broke the routine because it's like wake up, have my coffee, look at Twitter for like 10 minutes, and then record an episode of Monster Train. However, now my routine is broken. The lifetime has been shattered. It's gonna change anyway because next week my classes start. Although it's only gonna change on Wednesdays, really. Anyway. Let me ask you a question today. I do. This isn't really much of a question, but oh, pardon me. OBS threw an error, but I didn't get to read it because the error went away. It said encoding overloaded. Please hold. I think this means I need to close Firefox. Oh yeah, I think I need to close Firefox. Yeah, get out of here, Firefox. Anyway. This is just gonna be me talking about something again instead of actually asking you a question and you can speak about it as you desire. It's a natural progression, I feel. I saw something, but I don't have a question directly related to it. Today on Twitter, moments ago even, I saw someone say, or they were talking about like who's grinding and who's up grinding, and I don't know. I just want to talk about the grind mindset because I feel like it's just really unhealthy. And I want to know. I guess I want to know if you feel similarly, or if you enjoy it. I feel like sometimes I ask a question like this, and I feel like I'm asking a leading question, like I'm expecting a specific answer. But I want to hear what you feel about the grind mindset, or the grind set, if you will, like unironically, because I often talk about the Sigma male grind set ironically on content channels. However, it just feels very performative, is what I think. Who's out here grinding, who's on the grind, etc. I don't know, man. Like, why are you telling me? I see it mostly in regards to like content creation too, or like streamers in general, where they're like, I'm on the grind. Who else is on the grind? And it's like, I don't know. Just if I wanna, I don't need you to tell me that. I can just see your content. But I guess maybe it's a way to push content by saying you're on the grind. Maybe it's some 4D chess shit. I don't know. In general, I feel like saying you're on the grind is just weird, but maybe you like it. Maybe there's a different angle to it. Maybe there's a different way of looking at it, but I don't see it. That's why I'm asking you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Exile Stygian default Wurmkin today. Also Wurmkin, I feel like, but no problem with that. It's Explosive, Daedalus, Failure Arcus, Sap Seraph, Ice Tornado, Shelter, Guardian Stone. I want to play Cold Channel. Advanced Prototype. I want to play Cold Channel. No! No Cold Channel. Titan Channel's fine. It's just, we have survivability for Cold Channel, so it would have been good. You know, I like taking... Okay, so real fast walkthrough here. Rationing Scales is cool, but I already have an early game relic in Train Stewards. Conscription Notice is cool. I already have an early game relic in Train Stewards. Sigiled Seaweed doesn't do much, so I'm gonna take Conscription Notice. If Sigiled Seaweed did anything particularly meaningful, I would like it here, but it doesn't do anything. And Rationing Scales is a good early take because you will never die in the early game. It's so hard to take 50 early on, but I don't really want it. I have Reap, so we're chilling. We're very strong. We are very, very strong here. On top of everything else that makes us strong, we also have Ice Tornado, which is a very good opener. I've been trying to be more conscious and incoming tangent. Been trying to be more conscious and cognizant of the way that I speak again. It was a big thing I talked about when I was recording Retropolis regularly. which is almost 2 years ago now. But don't think about that because then the dread sets in. But I feel like there's a lot of things. I'm just going to start calling myself out every time I say something. There's a lot of things that I say that I don't like. Now, what do I mean by that? A good one is I feel like. I feel like, example given, I rely on specific phrases too much when I speak, and it's something that I've been extremely conscious of over the course of my content creation journey, and I talk about it a lot. And the weird thing is, nobody ever actually, like, comments on it. I'm always thinking about it, but nobody actually cares, and that's fine. I appreciate it. No, it would be kind of weird if you were leaving me comments like, hey, this fucking idiot just says just too much. Anyway, it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot more recently. I've been more cognizant of. I've been more aware of how I speak. Energy Siphon did a huge amount of work for us in yesterday's episode. Gained a ton of respect for Energy Siphon, and it's purple. So I think this is my best pick. It's a free incant. It helps you kill enemies, and it's purple. What more could you want? Echo Transfer is good. Good payoff for our Echoes, free incant. Eel Gorgone? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm all for it. Eel Gorgone is in my top 3 favorite units, I think. He's extremely fun to play. Large Stone? Oh, this is a banger. And a Hot Shark? How lovely. This run's a banger. Large Stone Eel Gorgone for sure. We're going to look for any sort of incant scaling option. I'll grab a plus 25 for the Shark as well. And so our floor is going to look like Soul Guard and the Eel Gorgons probably. Take the money, yeah. I gotta cover Twitter. My Twitter just randomly refreshed. I have it open on my other monitor. I know I closed and then reopened. I could have probably taken this trial. And I started reading a story that was trending on Twitter, and I went, huh, that's a weird one. Oh yeah, I large stone this thing. It's fine. It's not even that weird of a story, it just caught my eye. I'm very easily distracted at times, I fear. Now is one of those times. I can play this fight out as well or as poorly as I want, and it makes no difference. At the end of the day, I should have Ice Tornado here, because the only difference I'm going to miss out on is the fact that I didn't get the Collector here. And that's my bad. Like, I think I needed to skip the Shark to get the Collector. It's an extremely minor thing, though, truly. Ice Tornado is just too expensive. Go fuck him up, Train Steward. Like, my early game here, I have a large stone Eel Gorgone, and I have so many things. Enemies aren't even gonna make it to my floor. I need some sort of defensive scaling for the Eel Gorgone, I think. I don't know what I need exact. I need something. I need something to make it so he doesn't die from Seraph taking him to 0. Proclamation is a good card here. I've been overlooking Proclamation a lot lately because it's hard to pay for the extract, but this card makes a lot of sense here. What could it be? Like, what could it be at the Wurmkin banner? I don't think it could be anything. Like, I don't think... I mean, Keeper of Echoes is too slow. And I don't think it's any of the other ones. Like, maybe it's Shard Soul Carver for my Eel Gorgone infusion, but a lot of the time I'm gonna just roll an egg and then be mad. And we don't need that. Double stack? Let's look at the free information first. I'm trying to get better about this. Value Stone... Value Stone Ice Tornado is not bad. Intrinsic on Echo Transfer is bad? Yeah, it is bad. We'll do Value Stone Ice Tornado. And we will do a -1 Shelter and a +10 Proclamation. I think double stack Energy Siphon is a waste of my money. I should just save it. been seeing this event a lot. Rail spikes is fine. I don't really like either of these, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna skip it. It's like rail spikes is fine, but it doesn't do anything, I don't feel like. Let's go see Daedalus. I can't even, with Titan Channel, I cannot imagine a world, even in like the worst of cases, I cannot imagine a world where Daedalus would threaten me here. I guess the spikes plus the upwards trajectory of our Eel Gorgon's attack numbers could be troubling. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. What an extremely strange way to phrase that. The upwards trajectory of our Eel Gorgon's number of attacks. Who the fuck says that? What am I talking about? Am I okay? I don't know. I'll be fine, I'm sure. I'm sure it's okay. 225. Yeah, like I've been saying, this feels like I want to take space, but I realize now that large stone Eel Gorgon does mean I will not be playing multiple Eel Gorgons on top floor, which is fine. I guess I could, but I have to throw Soul Guard away, which is also maybe fine. Because yeah, he loses all of his armor. Always. Oh, my damage shield gets eaten. He eats up all my damage shield with his spike. Oh man, that's nuts. How am I supposed to beat that? He lives at 6. Daedalus does make it to my top floor. He doesn't go into Relentless up there, but he does make it up there. So you take your W's where you can get them, buddy. Echoes of the Past is good. Siren of the Sea is good. I think that is the optimal infusion. And I'm pretty sure I'm taking draw. Probably draw energy on this run in that order. Nice, it's even a temple here. I don't think I really want to duplicate. I have my unit, so I would rather go right here. Start clearing some garbage. And Siren over to the Gorgon. Gives him 5 base attack, and it gives him upward scaling now. I'm gonna grab that plus 10 piercing. Whoa, pardon me. I have lost control. The Train Steward Relic, it turned out to not be that important, but it was here. Endless for the Shark. Check. Battlestone for the Gorgon. I think the best thing to give him is like, I think it's plus 3 per echo actually. I was gonna say maybe plus 25, but I don't know. I have to find, there's one specific card I'm going to be actively looking for. There's 2 actually. I'm looking for, I really want to call it the card, but that's not a good descriptor. I'm looking for Siren's Song. Got it. I'm looking for Siren's Song. I'm looking for Siren's Song, or I'm looking for, I think we're strong enough for the trial, the Extract one, Soul Crushing Guilt. Yeah, I'm looking for, you know, don't pretend like you don't know. Hey, Shark. Shark for my shark in this economy? You'd be surprised. You've heard a bullet for my Valentine, now get ready for shark for my shark. I'm gonna need to get a little bit more on top of scaling Soul Guard out of phased, but my cards, they just had to be played on the bottom and middle floor. I needed the collector. As long as I don't die, which I would be surprised, it is a correct play, I fear. Fear? I feel. I fear as well, I suppose. It's just, I have to, maybe I even take space and play mid-floor. I just have to figure out how my Eel Gorgon lives right now. I have to figure out how my Eel Gorgon's gonna live right now in the Divinity. I maybe even am able to play top floor and just say I'll play 9 spells per turn, but I don't think that that's very realistic. I don't think that's realistic at all, to be honest with you. But who knows, by the time we get to the Divinity, this run may be out of control. Like, we could have double incants by then. Anything can happen. Hope it's double incants, though. I guess Shelter is a win condition, yeah. No, not really. It's like, kind of. Strongly, kind of. These aren't spells. These are spells, they're just not very good. Forgotten Trade is like a maybe, but I'm okay. I'm willing to go look. Karuska's interesting. Let me make my removals first. Thank you, Train Stewards and Train Steward Relic, for your service. Have a nice day. Light's Gift is helpful. Split Anvil's also decent, but I think Light's Gift is the best option here. Lots of survivability. It makes everything up to the Divinity basically trivial. Karuska's interesting. Doesn't work on Echoes of the Past, but works on Proclamation and Soul Crushing Guilt potentially. However, I'm going to look for the high roll. A shame, but Forever Flame's okay. Takes away the need for energy. Because Eel Gorgon becomes free, Shark becomes free. Yeah, this is pretty high value. Worth looking. Build a card, regen. He clears the regen, but a heal effect would be good here. Give me rage. Yeah, give me heal. And yeah, so there's our survival option for Eel Gorgon. Hold that card over, rage 4, 20 health back, and that should cover the rest of the run, I think. Spell Shield 2. I'm not afraid of Sycophants of Seraph or Sweep Boss particularly. Shark will handle all of these clowns. You're not clowns, you're the whole circus. You guys know that one? Nice. Maybe it's close between Karuska and Forever Flame, I think, in hindsight, but the search is a part of the price, right? Does that make sense? Probably not. Part of the reason that Forever Flame is good is because I got to look at 3 other relics there. That's what I'm trying to say, in less uncertain terms. Something else I'm aware of that we have not yet done is infuse a shark into our shark. If you are wondering, that is on my to-do list. It's going to put me over on pack shards, but I have made all reasonable choices for pack shards, I think. I don't feel like I've made any unreasonable choices. I think that this is enough. I think we have enough with Light's Gift to keep the Eel Gorgon alive now. But I'm still going to look for something a little bit better. Soul Crushing Guilt, for example. Hey, is that 2? Yeah, that is 2 Clip Defenders that are infused. That's kind of wacky. I think I'm going to end up removing these Ice Tornadoes. Probably not the Value Stone one, but I'm going to remove the other one. It's way too expensive. Sorry, I'm repositioning in my chair. Hopefully you don't mind. There's a Proclamation. Like we found in yesterday's episode, Ice Tornado does have a bit of a fall-off point. Relentless is handled by old Soul Guard there. But also the Eel Gorgon helps too, I guess. He does his job. These aren't spells, except for Preserve, but I don't really want Preserve in this deck. Playful Seal, looking a little more enticing at 0 energy though. Turn Soul is usually good. Is it good here? I think so. 2 incants and I get to burn a starter. Two more temples. Go right. May as well look for holdover. Yeah. Holdover old magic. This should be all of the survivability that we need. I don't need to look for intrinsic for it because this deck has 24 cards. And, next piece of that thought, Gorgone has a high base HP. So it's not like he dies on turn 3, he dies on like turn 5. I should draw, I have to draw into the old magic in time. Yeah, alright. Goodbye, Guardian Stone. The Cold Channel line that was promised never came to fruition. It is sad, but honestly the Cold Channel line doesn't look that good from here. And so I am happy that I did not get baited into it by the game. I'd be looking pretty heavily for Echo Infusion, which did not happen. I don't really have a choice in the matter, per se. When I say I'd be looking heavily, I would just mean that I would be hoping very hard, because you can't really do anything. A shame. I'm getting a lot of Stygian units. I actually think I've gotten all Stygian units? That doesn't seem right, though. What have I gotten off of Conscription Notice? Oh, I got a Rail Beater. It's not been all Stygian units. It just feels like I've seen a lot of units from the clan that I'm playing, which is always surprising. But I think that that's a false positive. I feel like now I'm just going through the motions. Everything seems to be pretty well up. I'm gonna heal down here. That way I don't take a curse to the fracture. It's like, it's minor stuff. I shouldn't disrespect Arcus. Like, I shouldn't just end turn my way through the rest of this fight, but at the same time, my man's not that threatening. It like this. It makes sense. He's a little threatening, I guess. I shouldn't fully disrespect here. I should still play the game. The run is not at don't play the game levels of strong. Even if I want it to be. It's just not quite there. It won't get there. Gorgone, he is a high upkeep unit. You do have to play cards and incant for Gorgone, but it is what it is. That totem did pretty good damage. Good job, buddy. He's 114. He's not quite 114. It's also the rage, but fine. Having things like Echoes of the Past, it's another card to add to the list of, man, I wish I didn't have Gorgone power with this. We play 2 spells and this is over. 1 spell and it's over. You may now leave the premises. It just goes from I lost to the boss dies in 2 rounds, because that's Gorgone. Always a frightening one. Hey, there's Siren Song. Sorry, here's It's a good card because I can use it to Daze the Divinity. I'll maybe sack some Pyre Health for it, but it's fine. With all of these options in mind, I now believe I take Double Draw. I don't think I need to pivot to a different floor. And I have Forever Flame. Go left. We'll take the Shark into Shark here. Volatile Gauge sounds fucking awful. This sounds terrible. Respectfully. Respectfully terrible, but hey, OBS crashed. I'm back. It shouldn't make a big difference. Hopefully not a big noticeable difference in the video. However, yeah, OBS just crashed on me there. I caught it right away because I had OBS on the other monitor and I saw it close, but it didn't do like a, hey, OBS just crashed, but then hide it off screen so I didn't see it. None of these are good. One Horn's Tome, Umberstone, Wurmkin, Etchings, not great options here. Because the buffs fall off on Eel Gorgon, so it doesn't make a big difference. Very concerning. OBS threw some sort of like encoder overloaded error at me at the start of the recording and then crashed midway through. Both of these things are not good, I don't think. But as with most problems I face on a technical aspect level like this, what I'm most likely going to do here is ignore it and hope it goes away. Because so far, that has not let me down. Up until thusly, that has been okay. Bring back Energy Siphon. Absolutely obliterate him. But no. Actually, no, I will. I'll take the incant. It's worth it to get one step closer to unphasing Soul Guard. On the Divinity, Intrinsic is something I'm actually still interested in. On the Divinity, I think Intrinsic would be very cool on... 1, 2, 3. I have 3. Soul Guard's unphased here. Are we taking 6? Oh, that's the armor falling. Yeah. Intrinsic on Siren Song. Would be good. Because then I can slap it down right away without having to send any enemies to my pyre. Because as it sits, the game plan is kind of looking like I'm going to Siren Song a few enemies up to the pyre to daze the Divinity. We'll see how it goes, I suppose. Heal the shark so that the purifiers don't live. Keep up the good work down there. Shark plus shell. That Shattered Shell's a crazy good roll, by the way. I didn't really shout it out, but that thing is stopping every curse. That Shattered Shell roll actually stopped every single curse, which is incredible value. Again, I'm not so strong that I can just end my turn. As much as I may desire it, I do have to play the game. No matter how much I try, I do have to click cards in the card game. You know, I played a little Slay the Spire today. I was actually, if you made it this far in the video, you can give me your opinion. I'll say. Normally this is the sort of thing I would say at the start of the video. However, I did a little like mini-series on Slay the Spire, and it could be fun to bring it back. I've been thinking about it. Let me know if you'd be interested. I should do something else is often what I feel, but also I've just kind of been mental resetting with my last semester while I've been on break, which is also fine. I don't think it's... I need to not feel guilty about it, basically. I'm gonna go left. I'm just gonna grab the removal. I think that this run is won. This is the sort of position where I'm not going to labor the choices very much because it's over. Anakin, Firestone Housing, Endless again, Garfy Baby. I'm gonna reroll. I didn't find it, but I looked for it. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Can't afford anything here, so I may as well remove a Gorgone power. And go cash in 250 for a relic if there's one that seems worthwhile. Precious Blading isn't bad. Yeah, maybe a bunch of enemies walk by, you never know. Let's get it. So Sap Seraph, I think maybe at the start of the run I might have mentioned that Eel Gorgon is going to struggle with Sap Seraph. That's incorrect. Eel Gorgon purges Sap, and I know that. I was testing you. Of course. Doesn't die, that's fine. No, I wanted that return soul. Oh, my mouse? My mouse died there for a second? Technical difficulties abound in this episode. I do want this Siren to die. Oh hey, I'm completely insulated against Evergreen, by the way. It goes away. Oh, does the Reap proc on him? The Reap does hit him, okay. I actually did not know. He'll clear the Reap though if I end on 0. Another thing I didn't think about, I have not been properly manipulating Eel Gorgon's passive self-clear. Because I've kind of been forgetting about it, to be honest with you. Which happens. This shark is putting up so much frostbite. I feel like self-infused hot shark farms this fight so hard. He's doing great stuff. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take damage if I play Siren Song here. I forgot to look in the temple for the intrinsic, by the way. Absolutely just slipped my mind. 100%, just completely forgot about it. Happens like that sometimes, though. I forgot to play Fracture. Kill it. It's only 8 damage. Kill it. I have a holdover heal, so I don't really need to worry about that damage all that much. That's the hypotheses anyway. Should be putting it on the enemies, but sometimes you forget. Another spell. Could have played Ice Tornado as well. Probably better to play Ice Tornado, but I don't have plus draw. I'm playing Exile Awoken secondary, so I'm never. This card doesn't hurt me by being in my hand. Doesn't make a big difference. I picked up Totem Fragment earlier in the run. It's something that I forgot about. Forgot to do something to those enemies as well. What's Seraph's health at? He's down like 500, 600-ish. It's all good. He died. He just died to that. I feel like it's been a while since my last Eel Gorgone run, too. Always a pleasure. An honor as well, I would say. Do the Echo Transfer bring back play? Because I'm probably not going to see it again. I guess there's a chance, but you just take the guaranteed singular play of it. Potential upside is pretty low. And we just play like 2, 3, Proclamation. Goodbye, Sarah. And 2 rounds. 3 rounds, actually. I almost ran myself out of spells, which is something I'll have to be aware of. But looks like I'm going to finish this run with a little time to spare, even. Unless this fight takes me 12 minutes, which, boy, I hope it doesn't. Boy, howdy. Hey, Siren Song turn 1, too. How lovely. Wickless Tycoon. Just what this run needs. I didn't even need the intrinsic, though. Very nice. Thinking about it. Just thinking about the echoes of the past on the Divinity there. Doesn't seem good, but I was thinking about it. But just a minor thought. Something worth considering, maybe. Perhaps with my fingers steepled. A strong, potentially. So I'm just gonna burn Siren Song here. The idea being this is the only way that I can burn Siren Song without taking damage, and I get 4 rounds a days anyway. So Old Magic's at the very end of my deck. Kinda awkward, but not a big deal. We have answered the one problem that this deck faces in like 4 ways, so I feel pretty strongly about our outcomes here. I answered it because I have healing. I answered it because I have a bunch of days. I should not slam Return Soul every time I see it, because I will run myself out of cards. I guess I could just go down to 7 cards though, huh? As long as it's the right 7. Which 7 are the right 7? It's gotta be like, it's Deadweight, Old Magic, Echo Transfer, and then probably burn Echoes of the Past and get enough purples. I'm doing hypothesizing that doesn't matter because the boss is dying, but fun to dream. Yeah, I think I should stop playing it now. Pardon me. There we go. I think I just let it ride like this. I don't want to run out of spells and die, you know? The shark contributes a pretty reasonable amount of damage here as well, though. I almost passed on Lights or Forever Flame, which I am glad I thought twice about passing it. Almost didn't have enough attacks here. Yeah, Self-Infused Shark just devastates these waves. This unit's crazy. I think he is the strongest unit in the game. It's a tough sell because there are some pretty busted units in Monstertrain, but Hot Shark is, especially for being an uncommon, he's kind of nutty. Just does like half health or a quarter health to all of these waves, while also wiping, or to all of the heavies while also wiping out the entirety of the back line. I wonder if you could win a run where your entire game plan was 3 endless Hot Sharks and that's it. Do you think that would win? I am unaware. I do not know. Personally, I am not a knower. Play the extra 4 rage here because it gives he doesn't lose the rage. It doesn't go away in Relentless. Ooh, good run. A little upset that I have to edit this one together because OBS crashed, but at least I caught it, and the jump isn't gonna be that jarring. I tried to like leave a little moment of silence so that it didn't, in case it cut me off mid-sentence, it didn't like, you didn't hear me go from speaking to just changing sentences mid-sentence, but I said the word sentence a lot of times there. Anyway. Awkward silence, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.